name? Sweet.
(1:17 a.m. now, not p.m.)
You're not alone.
So as I'm describing this story to somebody and like literally putting my all into it, like it was insane. I'm like, fuck, it's 1:17 a.m. right now. I was like, this is why, like, you know, it's fucking wild.
Yeah, so seeing these things, and then the other part of that is, I tell everybody, if you see 111, like, you're a chosen one, a player one, a main character, whatever it is. I was born on the 111th day of the year in 1980. My birthday's 4/20. Yeah. All of these numbers are in sync, and it's like we're one system that's working in conjunction and working for all of our manifestations for the greater good of the world. We are we are the positive vibrations. This is the way I describe it. I consider myself in this a glitch in the matrix. We all are. By healing childhood trauma, by choosing love, by choosing positivity, and cutting those cords, you now are policing the earth energetically. Mm-hmm. You're going around healing people by people that are in your frequency. And the higher you vibrate, and the higher you elevate, we can heal the entire planet. It only takes 1%, but. Yeah, that's the way I describe it. I'm a glitch in the matrix. It's also
an anomaly.
I'm an algorithm. I'm literally an algorithm. I'm Neo.
Conjunction, junction. What's your function?
I'm Neo. This is the part that makes people uncomfortable. I'm Neo. I'm Jesus Christ. I'm Ra, the Sun God. But I also have the same birthday as Hitler. 4/20. Bro. I also have the same initials as John D. Rockefeller.
That's amazing.
We are all villains and heroes, but we chose the light this incarnation. Yeah, we created these systems to come and fix these systems, and it makes people uncomfortable. Yeah. We're algorithms. Like I'm a number.
Yeah.
But we came to clean this place up.
The internet is a mere representation of what already exists.
100%. I agree.
It's a tool. Mm-hmm. But telepathy and all these other things are about as instant as sending a DM. If not
literally,
it's faster. It's way faster because it's been thought of. It's been thought of before. When that thought hits your mind, like it's.
So I remember. Yeah. Sorry, I was gonna say. I remember what I was gonna say, and I lost it earlier. Was that in doing spells, alchemy, you do have to.
I think you found it.
You do have to either say it out loud or you do have to present it. Yep. You know what I mean? And so a lot of people say it's hidden in plain sight. They tell you exactly what they're doing, etc., etc., etc. There's a movie by Disney. I'm trying to remember who the heck.
We'll just explain
what the story's called. I forget it. It's about these two brothers and they lost their dad, and they're trying to like bring him back to life, like literally like from the dead. Yeah,
sounds like Jesus. Was it a '90s movie?
No, it's just the newer one.
Oh, okay.
And Enchanted or something. I'm gonna have to look it up.
One of those.
But anyways, so where was I going with this? The very intro of the movie, dude. The very intro of the movie, they literally tell the entire world that magic is real, magic does exist, and it stopped existing because they made it so accessible and easy. Meaning, like you said, DMs, cell phones, GPS, whatever have you. You know, because everyone has an internal GPS, etc., etc., etc. Mm-hmm. We got too complacent and lazy, and magic just dissipated because it wasn't being used anymore like it used to be, per se.
Yes.
I'm glad you said that for two reasons. One, magic is real. I've moved crystals with my mind. I've done things in the last 3 to 4 years that I was like, that's not possible. Mm-hmm. Even the predictive text or the predictive predicting what somebody says, that's easy. But but when you talk about society was essentially dumbed down, and they everything comes back to your third eye, which is really your heart chakra. It's really everything. This is how you remember, right? So how it all works is they have to tell us everything through television, vision.
Exactly.
So they tell you things. They either put things in comedies or shows like The Truman Show, which is The Truman Show, The Matrix. All these things are documentaries. Even The Simpsons, because we live in a simulation. So they put it in there as a form of entertainment, as symbolism. So you were saying at the end, they share that magic is real. About to be Black Panther, Wakanda. Like, we're literally going to be doing things. We won't need cell phones. We'll be talking to each other with our minds, and we won't need Neuralink. Not for the ones that are chosen.
Literally,
100%.
Let me ask you this. Here's one for you, because I know, do you know what a starseed is?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you could be one?
I know I am.
Okay, so let's talk about starseeds and how you describe them.
Starseeds and how I describe them, how there's races per se on planet, or different types of like animals. You got lions, tigers, and then you got wolves, and bears. Like, they're all different creatures, but they're still creatures, right? It's kind of like that. It's like different regions of portals, levels, whatever you want to call them, galaxies, different parts of the universe, maybe different timelines or time zones.
Straight up.
But the thing that I find amazing is, I had told you my number was 1331.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
I figured out.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That the 13, in my opinion, was my death, and the 31 was the mirror aspect, but it was like the flip, like a flip in the page, like the 6 to 9, like I was saying.
Yes.
I'm like, you're experiencing your death right now, and you're coming back better, if not more advanced. And so all these things were literally just syncing up, like literally, like I've said a million times, it was syncing up so crazy to the point where I finally, I started looking up. I found out the Andromeda thing was just, it was loud. So loud to where I looked it up, and I found out that Andromeda is also known in science as M31.
Ooh.
And I thought that was insane. As I'm reading this, they talk about in the center of the galaxy, there's a black hole. And on my PlayStation, there's a black hole background.
No coincidence.
Like, no coincidences at all. It was insane. My
maybe.
top played song that year was Andromeda by Ghostmane.
Right.
Wow.
Kid you not. Like,
it's telling
why
you. That's
not,
what I'm
right?
saying.
Yeah. Why not?
But as I showed up here, I was...
Yeah.
We were seeing the 1331s everywhere already.
Yeah.
Like, it was insane.
It's like there's no other way.
My parking ticket was $31. It's like, I'm like, this is fucking insane.
It wouldn't be any other price.
Right?
It wouldn't be any other price. And when I see 1331, I also see 44, right? Like the number 44.
Yeah.
4 is the number of letters in love. But 1331, I had the 3 addresses in a row. I had my address was 3300 Towers Boulevard, the last address before I left, right? 33 Jesus. But my address, I had an address where I had 2 awakenings. 3535 was one address, and 1331. When you told me your number was 1331, I was like, no way. I met a guy in Miami. I met a guy in Miami by accident who owns 1331 Records.
Oh,
he's like the crypto rapper.
Yeah,
I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, because someone was bringing up. Someone was bringing up something.
The only way.
Oh, like angel numbers, like you said, if you see 111, right? For people who've never seen or they don't know what angel numbers is. Like, I've experienced this pretty recently where
it's God's language.
People are like, what are you talking about? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, okay, the most, I don't want to call it basic, but the number that the master number that a lot of people know is 11. So if you see 1111, 111, those are like signs from the universe, etc. I was like, but sometimes you can go so deep to where you'll have personal numbers and they don't stop. They just keep showing up. It's wild.
You know how I put it? Epic is basic.
It's funny that I even said it like
it's
that.
It's like
too.
when things are epic.
Yeah.
Things are epic naturally, and we
buy
into
totally.
buy into the illusion that they're not. The concept, the notion of things being epic is synchronicity.
very
All
true.
synchronicities.
God's language, numbers.
But so I call angel numbers. They're angel numbers, algorithms. I say this: we are communicating. People want to know, well, oh, it's God or
Right.
it's the. But it's like inside of this system, you are God or a goddess co-creating with Source God, which is because God is everything. And these numbers are you communicating with yourself from the future or from the present or from the
Correct.
past. It doesn't
Yeah, I
matter
love
because
that.
it's all happening at the same time.
Frequency,
It's how you know you're in.
vibration.
Well, every time that something big has occurred, and by the way, if you go back in your life, the angel numbers were always around us. We just didn't. We weren't in tune with the
We weren't
frequency.
paying attention.
And that's the hard part for me to get people because I get people. I know if we're just talking.
Fly. No, how do you call that? Just natural?
Yeah, naturals. I mean, it just feels so like I feel like
one of my friends from high school actually had an interview with me recently, and same thing. Before we even set up the camera, I was going off for like a half hour, and I'm like, dude, honestly, I wish you would have just put it on.
Yeah.
I was like, you would have had a half hour of just bullshitting and like real emotion right there, you know. I actually started. I'll have to show you guys. I started. When I awoke and it was so gnarly, I started a podcast and a YouTube. It really didn't go far though. I mean, I was literally, people thought I was manic. I was going nuts. I couldn't sleep. I just wanted to talk.
Oh, that's my story.
So I started a podcast, which I still have it coined. You know, I might jump on it again at some point in
What's
life.
that?
It's called The Dinner Table Stories.
Oh, okay.
And the whole reason why it was called The Dinner Table Stories was because I look at my family and we are all different walks of life, different aspects, very different people. I would be considered the black sheep, obviously. You know, the one that left church and, you know, that one. And then I have 3 younger sisters. One's a sheriff, one's a doctor. The other one is kind of just like in college trying to find herself still, but you know, we're all different. And I called it The Dinner Table Stories because even with my beliefs and my steering away, you know, I don't want to like talk too much shit about that, like the religion aspect, but they've respected that wasn't for me. You know what I mean? And so my podcast was called The Dinner Table Stories because it was one way to look at it that like, hey, we're all different, but we're all together. Talking about our day, asking about each other genuinely, and you know, no judgment as far as, oh yeah, that's my sister, she's a cop, even though I don't trust cops. You know what I mean? Like that type of shit. That was and that was a big deal too because when, you know, riots and shit was going off, I wanted to, you know, I also had to reiterate to people that there were people there for the right reasons, yes, and then there were people there just for the chaos.
Oh, there always are.
You know, so I'm like, you would have to see it firsthand or understand the philosophies to know that everything on camera that you're seeing on the news isn't really like exactly what's playing out. It's just the narrative that you're seeing. But
people love to wear the narrative as a badge.
So my Dinner Table Stories thing was to greater understand the world is to literally have open conversation. No video, no face. Because I was even wearing a mask in the pilot, and I was like, I don't want.
I hear you.
You know, I don't want no emotion. It's the anonymousness. It's like I can't judge you if you don't. You know, if you're a specific color, or race, or you have facial tattoos. There's no judgment because it's emotionless, and you're just coming in raw.
Yep.
Which is interesting because I've always been obsessed with masks. Masks were literally one of my favorite things in the world. And, you know what I mean? And then Aquarius Me was like, man, fuck this, right? So I'm like, I am all about it until you force it on me, right? It's like, because it was just this natural love. I mean, the whole thing with the mask was it, like, again, like it was just metal. I don't know. I've always loved the absence of it, like, because again, it's like, because my smile gives me away a lot, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, oh, you look like an asshole till I saw you smile. And then I'm like, well, shit, if I have a mask that doesn't move and we're talking, you're going to just get that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And with that being said, we are done.
Can you take a picture of it? Like just, here, let me.
How does it look? Let me see. Let me step away from you. I'm just gonna make sure I got it all right. It's all good.
How do you feel, Jonah?
I feel amazing.
Does it hurt?
No, I didn't hurt at all.
Especially with us talking, I just want to fold up this line real
It's a
quick.
good. It feels like you're alive, right?
I am alive. We are alive.
We are alive. We feel pain. But that's not the end of the story.
I feel great also to be able to be a part of this and to give you a tattoo. That means so much. Everyone's gonna see it, you know what I mean?
Oh man,
Sweet.
This energy exchange.
I love it, man.
You're giving me my first tattoo next.
Hell yeah.
Oh, can you do me a favor? Can you stop it?